Brian leaked a video of Sara serenading past show guest Dolly Parton during a commercial break. The trip down memory lane happened on Monday's installment of The View Behind the Table podcast, when Brian brought up Dolly's show-stopping halftime performance at the Thanksgiving Day Dallas Cowboys vs. Washington Commanders game. While singing several of her greatest hits, the country superstar, 77, wore a Cowboys cheerleader uniform with a mesh bodysuit underneath. The moment made Brian recall a previous episode of The View where Sara, 46, did her own rendition of Dolly and Kenny Rogers' hit, Islands in the Stream, in front of Dolly herself. When I was watching this, I immediately, when I saw Dolly, took me back to her last appearance on the show and this thing that happened on the commercial break where you serenaded Dolly Parton, the producer said. He then played a clip of Sara breaking out into song while Dolly listened via satellite. Brian joked about the supposedly cringe moment afterward. All right, so this is what some might call cringe, but it was also really adorable. I was walking behind the stage, and I hear you singing, and I'm like, oh my God, what is she doing? Can Dolly hear her? And then it quickly became, oh my God, are we rolling on this because I need to make sure that America sees this? Brian later teased Sara that she did not have vocal gifts based on her impromptu performance. I don't feel like I have vocal gifts, Sara admitted before Brian interjected. No, nobody does. However, fans loved Sara's performance and said so online after the clip was shared on The View's Instagram page. You are too funny, love it, one person gushed. Too cute, love Sara fangirling on Dolly, said another. Sara is the best, wonderful, I am sure it warmed Dolly's heart, wrote a third. Oh, I love this Sara, it was so adorable, a fourth added. Sara and Brian have butted heads numerous times on the podcast. SARA-SNAPS. Last month, Sara put the producer on the spot and asked about a rumor she heard regarding her appearance on the show that day. I did hear that today you tried to get the actors from the Marvel movie to come do the podcast, which would have been literally kicking me off the podcast, the talk show host claimed. Yeah, that came up, I'm not gonna lie, Brian confessed. Wow, confirmed, Sara replied, shocked by her colleague's admission. I'm a huge Marvel Universe fan. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, and I think these ladies are terrific, and I was kind of excited to riff with them about what's going on in like superhero world, Brian explained. However, Sara prodded further and asked if Brian knew she was up next in the rotation of podcast guests. The show's guests circulate between Sara and her other co-hosts Joy Behar, 81 Ana Navarro, 51, Sunny Hostin, 55, and Alyssa Farah Griffin, 34. Is it true you had to be reminded by a producer that it was Sara Haines' day and that you'd literally be kicking me off without warning? The former Today star asked. I think the producer thought they were reminding me of that, but in fact, I knew that the whole time, Brian answered. Sara then demanded that Brian acknowledge that there was a problem, to which he softened his tone. There's not another host that I would have not done this for, Brian said. Just tell me I'm right, and we can move on, Sara pushed again. I think you're great on the podcast. I love having you, as does the audience, Brian concluded. The pair then wrapped up their banter and continued with the episode. Not happy. Sara has accused Brian in the past of making her his backup choice on the show behind her co-hosts. I feel like the crappy backup girlfriend. Like you get everyone on and then you're like, we've gone down the list, no one else can do it. I guess we're gonna have to ask Sara, the TV star complained on a previous podcast episode. You've been my fill-in host for other things too, Brian replied. We're lucky to have you. I'm thrilled to have you,